The silver might be overbought, but is Bitcoin going to 100K? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai, cold Dubai. It's actually freezing here. It's like minus 35 from 50 degrees Celsius normally. Oh, damn. Yes, it's not that cold. But, you know, we here in Dubai, we're so used to high temperatures that, you know, getting down to 20 degrees, 20, 15 degrees Celsius, it feels like sub-zero. Anyways, going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, silver, right, Solana, and so much more in this episode. We're going to go over the charts right now and figure out what we can do for trades and then maybe make some trades. All right. And if you're interested in trading, make sure you head over to x.dj15.com. Link is in the description below. Once again, that's x.dj15.com. Links are in the description below. All right. Now let's head over to Bitcoin, and we can see that Bitcoin has, let's just zoom in on here, dumped a little bit, but it wants to reverse back, right? We can see, and let's zoom in so that we can actually see this, and let's hide this over here. And as we were pumping, it dumped one last time to possibly break out here. This failed move could be a fast move in the right direction. But I really think, looking at the key level here, that they're going to retest this. They're going to retest this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come all the way down here. So if you want to take a long, I would suggest you wait on this one, only because this is what they do here in the gold Bitcoin market. And so I think we're going to go long. We're going to go higher. We're going to come back up to the 200 period moving average, but not just yet. I think we're going to fail one last time, test the bottoms here. And I think they'll hold. So I don't think we'll go any lower. It won't go all the way to $85,000. So this is the most likely target for this trade. So let's just see how this thing plans out over the next little while. Looking at, let's see here. Let's take a look at both Ethereum. You know, Ethereum has failed, and yeah, I think we're going to retest the lows here before we actually break out. It looks like it's going to hold this level, the $2,929 level, before we actually go higher. Yeah, this is just a key level here. There's no way it's got to hold that level for us to go for us to go higher and break into new high territory here, which is like the 3,550 is where it should have looked at. It should have taken a look there, Jesus, but it didn't quite make it. Let's take a look at Solana, and you know, Solana has a really close to a point where if we were to get to 135, the top of the market here, going back up to the 146 is pretty much assured, right? The 144 to 146 is pretty much assured once we get over $135. I think the same thing could be said about Bitcoin, but at a lot higher valuation at the 93,500 level-ish area. That's where you can see, okay, that's it. We look left, that's it. We're going a lot higher. We're going to break a lot higher for Bitcoin. So, all right, let's take a look at gold, and then we'll go on to silver. Nothing going on with the dominance. Notice there, the dominance is just going sideways. So, but you know, Bitcoin's a good buy because it's going to outperform all of the alts for sure. As we add more alts to the system, there's no chance that the alts are going to perform. Alrighty. Let's go to gold. Yes, this move seems unsustainable when you look at it from the monthly chart. it looks like, wait a second here. I don't get it. How is this going to go higher if you think the dollar has real value? That's the problem. You don't understand that there's a lot of fraud in the system, a lot more than we know of. And it only comes out with printing money. And so if somebody is getting a whole bunch defrauding the U.S. government with out of billions, they might put some of that free billions into gold and silver. Just might. It's free. Right? So that's it, right? That's the way it works. And same with central banks. Of course, central banks are buying gold like crazy because they understand they need to get off the dollar system. Now, is it a good idea to go to gold? Probably not, because we still need to trust somebody to hold the gold. We need to trust somebody to back up anything with the gold. So really, are you going to do another trust me, bro situation with gold? I hope not. I hope not. I hope you are smart enough to go, yeah, I'm going to stick with my Bitcoins, stick with my assets that, I know that are going to go. Look at that. Damn. Just crazy. Stick with assets that I know that are going to go higher, and you're going to end up using them anyway, because there's no someone to trust when you want to make trades. And trade is the core part of any kind of company or government. Because I don't know if I've watched a lot of World War II videos. I'm going to switch cameras. I watched a lot of World War II videos, and a lot of things really helped the United States win the war. They had a lot. Of course, they had huge supply chain of food and so forth. And then that was the key thing, right? And it was the ability to produce goods, right? One of the key things. And another key asset was they allowed their individuals in the war to innovate during the theater of war. This means that they did all kinds of things. Somebody mixed up their own version of napalm and was able to burn out Japanese troops out of foxholes, and somebody used a string and cork in order to find U-boats, right? I mean, and these are things that each person, right, had their own unique knowledge that were able to bear, and whilst others did not allow that. All these things, I know, I'm going off on a tangent, but the real value is with, being able to obviously allow freedom. And then second is, the money, freedom of choice. And so with that freedom, with real money, real wealth, that gives everybody an opportunity to succeed. Okay, I'm moving back. So that's coming. That's coming to a theater near you. Everybody's going to have, going to be using fair and honest money. That's coming. Now, in between time, right? You see a lot of videos talking nonsense, right? It's claiming that there are 4,000 claims for every 1 ounce of silver with zero evidence. I try to look these things up and I'm like, whatever, dude. Right? I'm like that. And these numbers are outrageous and may be accurate, may not be accurate, but it's statistically probable that it's true. Statistically. You're like, what? Okay, let me explain, right? Right? Because you might think this is all fiction, and it could be. I'm just saying. I have like 10 different reasons why it's probable and statistically probable that it is true. We know that the system is fiat and bailouts exist. Losses are routinely socialized when something breaks. It is paid for in newly created dollars. That's not an opinion. That's historical fact over and over again, not just 2008, throughout fracking history. Okay? This alone creates moral hazard, meaning that, hey, since we get a bailout, why would we hold silver for all these stupid people who want to buy silver? That's just dumb. We'll just give them dollars whenever they want to cash out, right? That's it. Boom, right? We don't have to disrupt the silver price with some people buying some physicals and then cause people to buy physical silver like crazy. That's just dumb. Do you think they might think that way? You think that might be a thought? I don't know. But possibly. We know that silver ownership is largely claim based, not a bar based, meaning that there's lots of metal supposedly saying we got silver, we got some silver for you, no problem, we got lots here and there, right? A lot of banks, right, do this. And if you don't believe that, there's a links here showing that they not only got caught not holding your silver, right? They got charged and they still continue doing it. So, anyways, if you want to read this article, right, and you can find it on my X page, and that's what's going on in silver. And so, effectively, even though silver looks like, and let me just clear all these drawing tools. I know I'm just seeing where this thing is gonna go with. I don't see any remove all drawing tools. Okay, maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. Remove. Oh, I must have clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Move all 24. All right, so as we can see, this looks very, very dangerous. If this was a meme coin, would I tell you to be buying it? No, I would not. I'd say you have to be nuts. But especially on a monthly where you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles up. 9 monthly candles up. 9. Right? And then there's only a few red candles, right? Before we actually started pumping. Right? So, and then we're above these EMA ribbons by leaps and bounds. I mean, Jesus. Look how far away from the main EMA ribbon here, the first one. Just like absolutely chaotic. This is either going to pull back here a little bit to consolidate for a while if they can manage the system, which is getting difficult. But I really think, just like the United States dollar's chart, if we were to bring up the US, not dollar, but the federal debt chart, it looks worse than this, right? When it comes to expansion of the debt, worse. So if that can do that, if the debt can do that forever, why not silver? Since, hey, if people are saying, hey, you know what, can't afford gold, I'm gonna go to silver and I'll buy a couple of ounces of that, buy more ounces of my silver for the long run. Yeah, this is there's not much left of silver because it was used up in industrial demand. It was used up very little. All the silver was used up, and we cannot recycle it. Well, we can, but the price would have to be the same price as gold. So with that said, right? Yeah, we could have a long way to go when it comes to silver before we actually see more silver coming into the market. It is what it is. All right. Now, I can't endorse buying this here. I can't, even though I bought some, right? And I'll be honest, I got a little bit more, but I can afford to be wrong, and I don't care, right? But I really believe that our financial system is about to break. It's about to break hard. And so I don't want to be caught with my pants down, right? When I've been talking about silver for so long. That's all, right? So that's why I'm picked up a little bit more silver here and there along the way. Okay. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know it's not a silver channel, Bitcoin channel. I know Bitcoin has been disappointing. I'm sure you're wishing it was doing what silver is doing. It will have its day. It will outperform silver and gold someday. But that day will have to be in the future, because not a lot of people understand why Bitcoin is a better system of money than your gold and silver or your fiat paper money. It just is, because there's no counterparty, and it has everything you need in order to trade it right then and there. You can transfer it to anyone in the world. You know that no one's going to scam you. No one's going to debase the system. Plus, all other payment systems that they're planning to create has a backdoor so that they can screw everybody. Every single one. It is what it is. Right? So, eventually, they're all going to go, no. I don't trust y'all. I'm going to Bitcoin. And that's it. And once that happens, we're going to be there. And we're not selling. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.